So, off the shelf, Huzzah, Grand Tactical Battles of the American Civil War. I am actually looking up when it comes to this game now. Let's talk about losses. Actually, this is interesting. I was quite surprised when I figured out the heavy attrition model here. That I find interesting in such a small, such a physically small game design. I like it. I'm a big fan of heavy attrition models, and so that's a good thing. But it was not at all what I was expecting. So what I did is I went back to the rules. There's a specific rule section specifically titled recording losses. And I went through a few times word by word and figured out that there actually is, well, I don't see any ambiguity at all. So I don't see ambiguity, so I'm going to interpret this paragraph literally, and this is what I get. So what I get is organizational losses. So a unit takes a first organizational loss, you put it under. That takes a second organizational loss, flip that over to the two fire bombs there. That's the second organizational loss. The third organizational loss, you remove that and you flip the unit like that, and then it takes another. So that would be, well, the rules do not say this. Well, actually, I'll go with what the rules say. The rules say now this reduced, or I think they call it ineffective. Well, let me see exactly. It's they say reduced effectiveness. So now the reduced effectiveness unit takes another hit, organizational hit, and then it takes a second hit, and then the third hit removes the unit. So coming into the game, I just, especially looking at the pieces, I thought, well, I just didn't think there would be that many strength steps, I guess. Yeah, they can be called strength steps. They can be called, they're not called strength steps, but they could be, and that's quite a few. So anyways, a lot more possibility for attrition than I realized. And the operative phrases from this paragraph are: every time a unit suffers an O hit, place a number counter equal to the total number of O hits taken beneath it. Oh, that's misleading again. This is just not if I've interpreted, oh wow, back into the morass. All right, if I've interpreted this paragraph correctly, this is really, really bad and confusing, because the first hit, second hit, this should be third hit. This then should be the fourth hit, fifth hit, and sixth hit. All right, but that is not at all what the rules say, and now I just realized that's all right. Well, never mind. I thought that phrase was key, but it's not key, because you are not indicating the total number of O hits taken. That's very misleading. Now that's very misleading. All right. The other key phrase is when a unit at reduced effectiveness. So that has to be that a unit at reduced effectiveness that suffers its third O hit is removed from the map. That's what was very confusing before, because I guess this is a reduced effectiveness now. It then gets a first hit, which is misleading, a second hit, and a third hit. Okay, that's how I'm playing it. In any case, I like the level, I like the attrition. That's what I was supposed to be getting at, and I was supposed to be getting at the paragraph was all clear, even if no, it's not. I never thought it was clear, but I thought there was no ambiguity. Yeah, whatever. There's another thing I was thinking about this game recently. So it uses a CRT here with fire lines. They're rows. So you find your starting fire line, and then your modifiers, you're moving up or down in fire lines. This is just column shifts, and this is functionally the exact same as Panzer Grenadiers column shifts. So I'm taking a look at the discussion on Consim World for this series. Maybe it'll be discussed. Actually, I'm not very hopeful that it will be, but maybe it will be. Why the designer chose this and not just go with a more conventional column shift approach. But anyways, it's fire line, up and down fire lines with combat results here, die rolls here. That's okay. Assault, unit action assault. During an assault, combat occurs in 3 or fewer rounds between adjacent stacks. So we'll put our 3rd Texas back here, 2 units, and we'll put them adjacent to the 26th Illinois Union Infantry there. Only stacks adjacent to an enemy stack at the beginning of a friendly action segment may assault. So that makes me wonder, is there a separate assault step in the sequence of play? Okay, so the first thing you notice when you look at the game turn breakdown is a lot of segments, I guess. Each game turn in Huzzah is broken down into segments. One turn represents approximately 45 minutes of real time. Wow, that's a lot of time at this scale. Okay, that'll be interesting. All right, so let's just real quickly overview. We have, okay, so first of all of these segments look like they're broken down into USA or CSA. Yeah, pretty much all. So you have a USA artillery segment, you have a USA small arms segment. So does that include assault? No, assaulting is not mentioned. Then we have USA horse segment. Okay, is assault here? The designated player conducts certain actions with mounted cavalry. What other kind of cavalry is there? Leaders in artillery only. Okay. CSA horse segment, same. CSA artillery fire, same as the USA. CSA action segment. Okay, this is probably... So this includes command status, this includes declaring charges. Finally, he conducts actions with the appropriate units. See below for unit actions. Unit actions. During a player's action segment, like the one that we're looking at right here, so yeah, segment F is CSA action segment. Okay, the appropriate units perform one action. One is in all caps here, so one action. Each unit may perform different actions, but no unit may perform more than one. These actions are move, fire, makes sense, assault, okay, charge, regroup, and rally. Okay, so we have 6 unit actions, including the obvious move and fire. Okay. So the CSA action segment is when CSA units are going to assault. Then you have USA action segment. Okay, it's identical. So that now USA units assault includes assaults. CSA artillery fire, CSA small arms fire, CSA horse segment, USA horse segment, USA artillery fire, USA action segment, CSA action segment, and then game turn segment. So what we have, even though there are many steps, you have repeats, right? So in one game turn, let's just say let's just look at the USA. USA has, it looks like, how many are, looks like 2 artillery fire segments. Oh, that's not good. It says USA artillery fire segment versus USA artillery segment. I'm going to assume that they're the same. USA small arms segments, 1. One, okay. Okay. 2 action segments per side. How many horse segments? 2 horse segments per side. Yeah, and then 2 action segments per side. So a lot of segments with multiple repeats, but every segment is one side or the other. Okay. I assume that a lot of the particular flavor of this design is going to come out in this particular game turn structure. Okay, back to assault. General rules. Assault is similar to fire combat, which, by the way, that is a general idea, is something I like. I actually don't like games that jump to an entirely different mechanism for assault than fire. I can understand some differences, but not entirely different. Except that assaulting units may fire 1 or more rounds at defending units. The assaulting units may also incur losses due to enemy return fire. The assaulting and defending stacks must be in adjacent hexes, like we have here. Adjacent hexes, stacks. Stacks in different hexes may assault the same hex in a particular segment, but never as a combined strength. They must assault separately. Well, okay, but that right away tells me that one hex can be assaulted more than once, right? Stacks into different hexes may assault the same hex in a particular segment, but never as a combined strength. So, well, let's say there are 3 there, and let's say there are 3 there. So we're saying these 2 stacks may assault this hex, but they have to go 1 stack at a time, I guess, during a particular segment. Okay. Units of the same regiment. These are all same regiment. This is 1st Texas, 3rd Texas. Yeah. Units of the same regiment that are stacked together must combine their strength when assaulting the same hex. If they assault separately, then they may not assault the same hex. Ooh. Must combine their strength when assaulting the same hex. Okay. Well, I'm not sure why that's spelled out like that. Units of the same regiment that are stacked together must combine their strength. They may not assault the same hex. Units stacked together need not assault the same hex. They may assault different hexes or attempt completely different actions. Okay, so these 3 units, one unit could do one action or even assault another hex, and these 2 maybe together could assault this hex. Okay. One unit in a stack that is assaulting in no way forces units stacked with it to also assault. That's interesting at this scale. Okay. So what's the scale of these hexes? And I find that interesting. Each hex is 150 to 200 yards. Yeah, okay. One unit, so if the top unit here assaults this hex, that in no way forces one or two of the other units in this hex to do the same. Okay. But I'll look at that later. Okay. All right. Charging units may. Oops. Completely wrong. Oh, charging. No, bayonet charge as a unit action has its own rules chapter. Okay, interesting. They may assault different hexes. Okay, a unit may not assault more than one hex. A unit may assault one hex per segment. A hex may be assaulted more than once per segment. That's why I said before. So this one hex may be assaulted more than once in the same segment. During an assault, small arms units attacking and defending have a range factor of 3. A range factor of 3. Well, there's assault. Okay, assault has its own line. Okay. Oh, okay. So you're not. Okay. I guess assault needs its own line because I guess in this game you're not actually moving the units into the hex, I guess. Artillery has a range factor of 1 when defending against an assault. Okay. Defending units assaulted from a flank hex are disrupted before the first round. Ooh, that's interesting. Disrupted units may assault in their flank. Disrupted units assaulted in their flank suffer no additional effect. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess units that are already disrupted. Okay. These units may fire during an assault. Disrupted and routed units may never initiate an assault. Artillery may never initiate assault. That makes sense. Units initiating assault from a marsh or creek hex are disrupted before pre-assault fire is calculated. Okay. I'm going to skip. There are a few more rules, paragraphs like that. So we have pre-assault fire. Then we have the assault procedure. So in general, pre-assault fire. Before the assault begins, the defending units may attempt pre-assault fire. Refer to the general fire procedure. So if the top 2 units here from 3rd Texas were assaulting here, the defending 26th Illinois would get pre-assault fire. Refer to the general fire procedure. Okay. Then we go to assault procedure. An assault is conducted in 1 or more rounds. Both attacker and defender fire during an assault. All fire is simultaneous. All fire is simultaneous. Use the fire procedure outlined above in the line modifiers under the assault only heading on the combat table reference. Okay, I guess they're talking about the same CRT combat procedure, but instead of the fire only modifiers, you go down here and use the assault combat only modifiers. I guess is what they're getting at. Okay.